Okay, so this is the house we like. Here it is from the street. Has a small front porch, but a fairly big yard. If you look over to that pine tree, it's pretty much all the way to the pine tree. This is a two-car garage that's going to probably need tore down or repaired. And it kind of cuts into the backyard, so we probably would move it. That's the corner of the house with the addition they put on it. And again, the side yard is pretty big, plenty big for a volleyball net or a pool or whatever we decide to put there. And there's the driveway and the garage. I'd probably move the garage to the driveway area to give us a bigger backyard. And then here's the back of the house with the back deck. And then here's a step down to the next part of the deck, which, like I said, if I put a pool, the above ground pool, I'd probably extend that deck around there. So this, as soon as you walk in the back door, there's a little dining room they added on with a bathroom at the end of it, which is also the laundry room. This is a half bath, and then this is looking out of the bathroom back to the other area. So that's what they've called the dining room. And here's the kitchen, which may need updated. The countertops are pretty old, but the oven and the fridge are very new. That's the door to the basement right there. There's the new oven. And the fridge, and Ella's opening the door to the basement, and then behind it you can see the door to what used to be the formal dining room, but is no longer used as the dining room. And then there's a hallway from there that goes out front. So this is looking into the dining room from the kitchen. It's a pretty decent sized room. They used it as a family room. We would probably try to take out that little wall there and make it into a large open living room if possible. That's looking back into the kitchen. You can see the blue on the one wall. This is the living room looking out to the front porch, which is out front. And this is looking back into the dining room. So once again, I try to take that entire wall out there. And then this is going into the entryway. And that's looks back into the kitchen. That roof, that little walkway to the kitchen, is just a couple inches above my head, even an inch above my head. So now you're going upstairs. And when you get upstairs, there is a large bathroom that, once again, toilet and everything may need updated, but it's everything's working and supposedly doesn't have any issues. Basic bathtub, shower. So there's only 1.5 baths in this place. Has a pretty big closet in there. Here's the first bedroom. It's a pretty decent size, not huge, smaller than any bedroom we have in our house right now, but big enough for a bed and a dresser, maybe even a king bed and a dresser. And this one's, I think, right beside the bathroom. The bathroom's, if we walked out, to the left. And then the next bedroom is pretty much the same size as that bedroom, maybe a few inches smaller, but essentially the same size. That'd probably be Ella's room. It has its own closet. And it looks a little bigger than it is there, but that headboard's like, I think, maybe a full or a queen bed, so it's not a huge room. And then this is a small, tiny bedroom, which I would probably use as my office for the computer desk or something. But you can see Ella, it's only like 2.5 times Ella's length. So it's a pretty small room there, small office. So you have 2 bedrooms and an office. And in the office bedroom, in the closet, there's a ladder to the attic. I may or may not finish the attic. I'm not sure. It depends on how tall it is in there. But that's a possibility, that we would put a staircase rather than the ladder from the office and finish the upstairs. So this is going back down, looking at the front door. And this is across into the living room area. Which, once again, the living room, the carpet and everything would need to go. According to the people, there's hardwood underneath all of the carpet, and then there's laminate on the areas that are not carpeted now. So this is the basement that you went in through the kitchen, just your typical old basement. And there's I think the furnace, they said, was a little older, but the hot water heater was about 5 to 6 years old. And They didn't have any problems with flooding during all the rain, but I've heard from other people that this area can flood if the Ohio River went up pretty high. That would be a pretty significant amount of rain.